Coming up, we've got safety in the shipping industry, brand consistency and why it really does matter, and the importance of internal newsletters. Okay, welcome back to the RMS Show. Thank you for joining us. Today we've got a brand new presenter, needs no introduction, founder of RMS, Ruth.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Mike. This is quite exciting.
It is. Welcome to the show. So let's kick off, shall we? So we've got a client, Together in Safety. Do you want to tell us a bit about Together in Safety, what they do?
Yeah, I'll give a little bit of backstory first. In that, bizarrely, we're in landlocked Altrincham, but we've always had a foot in the sea at RMS. We've worked in the maritime sector for almost 2 decades, and at the moment, our client Together in Safety is particularly apposite because of what's going on in the Middle East.
Of course, yeah.
We all know what's going on in the Middle East. It's an organisation, it's a consortium of shipping companies it's a charitable organisation, but it is solely dedicated to protecting seafarers' safety. There is 80% of goods, 80 to 90% of goods around the world are transported by ship. People don't realise that. You wouldn't get your trains, you wouldn't get your food in your shops, you wouldn't get your laptops if it wasn't for the maritime industry. So it's hugely important.
Massive, isn't it?
It's huge. But there is a disproportionate amount of safety issues in the maritime industry as well. Lives get lost every year. So Together in Safety is lobbying to improve safety within the maritime industry.
Yeah. So what we want to talk about today really is what we do for them and how we help them. Things that we can help them implement to improve the safety throughout the industry.
Yeah, so when we were first appointed, we tidied up their branding, I think it's fair to say, and gave them a little bit of brand consistency, which is a bit of a theme today, so that they looked like a credible organisation, which they are. And we look after their LinkedIn account, we do newsletters for them, and we go to their regular meetings in London and sort of forage for news articles. We look for case studies of members who've implemented their safety rules and their safety advice and how it's made an impact on the businesses. So that's what we do. We promote them.
As well as internal things for them as well. So internal ways of safety rules and things like that. The people can follow. People in the industry can follow.
Quite an important aspect of what we do. So they have created various guides, advice, downloadables about safety rules that people should be following. And this is stuff that goes from the boardroom right the way down to the seaman on the floor. Wish I hadn't said that.
That's okay.
So Mike and my other colleague Victoria write and design these downloadables so that they're really accessible, really user-friendly. And so we do all of their design and copywriting as well. Yeah,
and downloadable and accessible from anywhere in the world on their website, which is togetherinsafety.info. So you can go on there, have a look, download anything you need if you are part of the shipping industry.
And just have a look at the website. It's full of really valuable information.
Absolutely.
And transferable.
Yes.
It doesn't just have to be about the shipping industry. Any of that stuff we can do for any industry.
Absolutely, yes. Okay, shall we move on to the next?
Let's move on.
Okay, so next up we've got brand consistency and why it matters.
Oh, very relevant, pertinent to the last topic, actually.
It is.
Yeah, so I'd like to challenge our viewers, all 36 of them, and growing.
Maybe 37 now. I think, we've got another one this morning.
I would like to challenge, if you're a business owner of any size business, excuse me, to take a look at your email signature, people don't use letters anymore, but your letterheads, your templates, your PowerPoint decks, your website, your social accounts, do they all look like they come from the same company? If I looked at one of your social media posts or one of your LinkedIn posts, would it be in harmony with your brochures, downloadable digital brochures, obviously?
Yeah.
Do you look like you come from the same company? And I would guarantee that most people would say, actually, we've got a bit of a discrepancy between all of those things. I see this.
Oh, absolutely, all the time. And I think it goes even further when you talk about a wide variety of branding across a company. I think if you just look at the email signatures and compare one person's email signature to their colleague's email signature, there are differences, and ideally they should all be the same, apart from the contact details, obviously, the obvious things like the name.
So the point is, why does this matter?
It matters because of the way it makes you look to people outside your organisation. Yeah. If you look like you don't really care about your brand, why would you care about theirs?
Absolutely. So, also, I think something I've noticed in my decades of experience and all that over the years is that it's less well-established companies that have gone through a bit of a fast growth tend to be the ones that abandon brand consistency because they're just doing the do. Fair enough. We need all these companies. But they sort of, they just focus on the work. And the trouble is, when they then grow, they need to look professional. They need to look joined up because looking professional instills confidence in your company.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I'm always amazed. We sometimes have clients say, I can't possibly do a rebrand. We're not talking about rebrands here, although I'd just like to say that RMS does some exceptionally good branding.
Yes, we can do rebrands.
We can do massive ones, and we can do little ones. Yep. And talking about the little ones, sometimes you just need a bit of a refresh, and you need harmony brought to your things, and that can be a really simple 4-page document that just sets out email signatures, PowerPoint templates, whatever it is. Colours,
things as simple as colours. I've seen people get their brand colours wrong. For instance, ours is purple, and a lot of people guess it. Yeah. It's not pink anymore. So.
Guilty. Cobbler's children. Yeah. Fonts.
Yes.
And I tell you, I know I speak for everybody in the design team here. Things like Canva, where all of a sudden everybody's become an expert designer. And especially I've seen it with PowerPoint decks and digital brochures, where somebody in the marketing team has dabbled with Canva in their private lives. Perhaps I shouldn't have said that.
Well, I didn't know where you were going with that because I didn't want to cringe too early, but Canva does make me cringe a little bit, being a designer. And using the professional tools.
Exactly. And the trouble is, when it's used by amateurs, no offence, people, it just looks amateur. And brands get diluted by degrees, by the colour being just slightly off. And then the next person comes along and it goes slightly off again. And before you know it, you've got a company logo that started on day one looking fine, and then 3 years down the track,
I think the issue is with things like Canva, it allows people to do what they would consider design, but it's not the tool that makes you the designer.
Yes.
It's completely the other way around.
It's a good way of looking at it, actually.
So a lot of people think that because they can use a tool like Canva, they're a designer. It's not the case. There's a lot more to it.
Years of training, Mike.
Years. I studied typography for 3 years.
You know a bit about kerning,
leading, all that jazz.
So brand consistency, really important, and featured in our newsletter in a little bit more detail.
So have a look at your brand, all your branding, see if it is consistent. If it's not and you don't really know where to start, then give us a call, have a look on our website, and we'll be happy to guide you through. Okay. So next on the list we've got the importance of internal newsletters.
Again, there's a bit of a theme going on.
There is.
Internal newsletters. I can't swear, can I? I'm a lover of internal newsletters. I think that so many companies, and this goes for companies whatever size, it could be a 6-strong team to a company like Warburton's, who we do all their newsletters for, 6,000 staff. People, not
They're
staff.
people, yeah.
Newsletters, absolutely fantastic way of protecting your culture, sharing information, motivating people, building morale. Newsletters can be used strategically. If your business is going through a bit of a rough time, you can use your newsletter to keep people buoyed up, to get to know each other. It's especially, so I'm really passionate about newsletters.
I can tell.
Especially important since the blinking COVID days when everybody started working from home and people aren't meeting up face-to-face 5 days a week. How do you hold on to your culture? How do you keep a united, knitted team if you're not communicating with them? And yeah, we all know about town halls and the CEO talking about the company's strategy and culture. It doesn't always have to be that top-level stuff. People are people. People want to hear human stories as well as company updates. I
completely agree with everything that you're saying. I think especially with you mentioned COVID and everybody starting to work from home. People did feel a little bit disconnected with the world and with their colleagues. And I think on the opposite side as well, there are people. Myself, I am a fan of working from home. I'm not really a people person, believe it or not. So I think working from home does give me the headspace that I need to concentrate and do the work, do the job effectively. But internal newsletters keep all that glued together.
Absolutely.
So for the people that don't like being in the office and being around people, they're still involved with everything that's going on. And the people that do want to be in the office but can't be in the office, then they're also all involved, and it's good for everybody.
Yeah, and this goes. You could talk about internal comms as a wider subject, but just newsletters, just as a really simple way of communicating and sharing important company news as well as sharing softer stuff. A great example. We've taken it on ourselves to do a newsletter for the building that we're in, and now there are only about 10 businesses in here. And I've written, Mike's designed, and it has created a sense of unity in the building. People are talking to each other. People are actually doing business together as a result of it as well.
How long have you had this office?
18 years.
18 years. I've been here for 10 of those years, and rarely, even when before COVID times, rarely did we speak to anybody else in the other offices, in the other businesses. The internal newsletter for the building it's been great.
Exactly.
We talk to people. We have pool competitions and games competitions, don't we?
We've got another one coming up.
We have, yeah.
Sharpen those arrows.
Yes.
Polish off that chalk. You don't polish chalk, do you? You know what I mean.
Sharpen your darts. Okay. Yes. So I think those were the three main things that we wanted to talk about.
Can I just do a postscript? Just throwing this in.
Of course.
Off script, postscript. I tend to get passionate about things, but I just like to flag an article in our newsletter, which is about the importance of marketing your business pre-exit. So if there are any business owners out there who are contemplating an exit, and that could be 2-3 years away, ramp up your marketing now. Get on the radar of your competitors for trade buyers or the private equity fraternity. Please read that article. I've been doing marketing of pre-exit businesses for many, many years, and it really does help. So please read that article. That's a bit of a plug, sorry there, Mike.
No, you're absolutely right. And you can find that article, like Ruth says, on our website. Which is rms.co.uk. Just have a look in the news and views section, and all our articles are there for you to read.
And it says, the head, she says, reading it, thinking about your exit, ramp up marketing now. So it says what it does on the tin.
Exactly, that's perfect. Okay, right, should we get on to the fun stuff?
Yay.
Let's do it. Okay, so in our team meetings, we like to bring something that we've seen out in the media world, the advertising world, and we like to look for campaigns that we think are either good, bad, or ugly, that we call the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, it's because we're in the marketing communications industry. We have our fingers on the pulse of what's going on out there.
All the time. Okay, so the first one, do you want to kick off with the first one, Ruth?
Yeah, well, being a PR person, the first one that sprung to mind for me was definitely a PR stunt by a company called Premier Protein, who issued a research-based release about the fact that Gen Z is swapping pints for protein shakes. I mean, it's a great headline. And it was clearly a clickbait headline as well. When you get into the body of it, though, it's basic. It really is a stunt. And what they're saying is that young people are no longer socialising in the way that they used to, which is true. My own daughter's a testimony to that, apart from last Saturday night, but that's another story. And basically, they just issued this research, and they've done a pop-up in a sauna. I don't quite get the link there, but I think what they're trying to say is that people aren't going to pubs and clubs
It's
anymore.
more fitness and well-being
Yeah.
places. So yeah, apparently up to, I think it's 55% of Gen Zers have or would prefer protein shakes over a pint.
Yeah, who'd have thought, eh?
I'm not sure if it's true.
Well, I would be interested to know how big the poll was.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, I was going to say that my daughter doesn't drink, but she has started to at the ripe old age of 24. So perhaps there is, I don't know. I really don't know. But my point is, it's a clever PR stunt that got media coverage.
Yes. Yeah.
Just coming up with a simple idea, coming up with a really... Sometimes in the world of PR, you try to think of the headline that you want before you actually write your piece. And the fact that Gen Z is swapping pints for protein, there's a lovely bit of alliteration in that. So I'm sure they probably started with the headline and worked backwards.
Rolls off your tongue, doesn't it? Yeah.
Exactly.
So would you say that's a good, bad, or an ugly piece of media?
It's good in that it got PR coverage, but it's also bad, and I don't actually think the whole piece flows particularly well.
No, and I'm just not sure how true it is.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's there, and that's what they've said. So yeah. So next one, I think Pinterest was one that somebody brought up.
Yeah, this is divided opinion in the office, quite interestingly. So Pinterest have launched a campaign called "How Did They Do It?" And it's a very beautifully filmed sequence of events.
It is. It's
spoken by a child saying, back in the day, how did it's talking about pre-digital days, pre-social media,
showing photos and old video camera footage,
and questioning how people felt their value in a world when there was no digital or no social platform to do likes and stuff.
Yeah, how did they know people liked what they were doing without people liking them?
How were they endorsed? What's the word? Endorsed? Validated. That's the word.
Yeah.
And it's a sort of counterintuitive program. It's a bit like, all the gambling ads on TV at the moment telling you not to gamble. It's a little bit like that because it's coming from a platform that is all about sharing. So it's almost a reverse bit of engineering, reverse psychology. But it really appealed to me as somebody who is a dinosaur and thinks the world was a much simpler place back in the day.
Yeah, I'm not sure I quite get it though. I think their line at the end of it was...
I've written it down. It's a cumbersome line, and I do think that lets them down.
That's why I can't remember it.
Their line is, the best thing you can find online is a reason to go offline. Now then, I know what they mean, And I completely agree with the sentiment, but it's a bit of a cumbersome copy.
Yeah,
line, I think.
yeah. Do they mean? I mean, obviously, we all know what Pinterest is. It's a pinning board for ideas. Maybe if you're decorating your house, or I think they mean if you're looking to go somewhere on holiday, you can pin places, photos of places and things. Is that what they mean? Do they mean go online to pin
go online
things
for
like that, and
inspiration, and then just go offline and just be in the moment? Don't hold up your blinking camera at a pop concert. Enjoy the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Don't really get it, but I mean, I would.
For the quality of the filming alone, it deserves a
For the
thumbs up.
filming, it's good. For the way the advert's put together, it's good. I like the sentiment of it. Just I think the message is a bit confusing.
Yeah, okay. No, I take that
Okay.
point. Where do you stand on the gambling ads on TV? If it's too much, stop, or whatever it says.
When the fun stops.
When the fun stops.
I think. I get that.
Yeah, but do you think people would listen to that? So I'm going off at a tangent here.
No, I don't know.
I think they've had to do it to be seen to be doing the decent thing. But anyway, let's move on. Sorry.
Okay. Right, so what's the last one?
I think you wanted to talk about the last one, Mike.
Oh, so it was Bic. Bic, wasn't it? So,
I thought you wanted to talk about Vaseline, actually.
No, I think we palmed that one off, I think.
So well rehearsed. Mike, if I said Bic to you, what springs to mind?
Yeah, pens and razors, I guess.
Excellent, because have you seen Bic's latest poster campaign?
I have not, Ruth. What is Bic's latest poster campaign?
It combines the two brilliantly. For me,
I have seen it.
This is creativity at its absolute peak, at its best. It is simple but brilliant. If you haven't seen it, there is a poster of a man with a beard drawn all over his face, and in the top
biro.
a biro, and in the top right-hand corner you've got Bic biro. Next to it is a poster of the man without the drawn-on beard, and in the top right-hand corner you've got Bic razor. It's just simple,
So simple, isn't it? So simple.
And the ideas that look simple are the ones that probably have taken the most thought.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
That's Bic, done.
Yeah.
Dusted, like it, check it out. Have you got any that you'd like to discuss, Mike?
No, I think that was.
Don't want to cover
was
Vaseline?
Well, what was the Vaseline? Now you've mentioned it. What was the Vaseline
one?
It was
Prince, wasn't it?
Yes, it was the Nigerian prince, wasn't it? And I think the advert started off with a Nigerian prince pretending to offer somebody millions of pounds or something in inheritance.
Yeah.
And then he says, actually, I get this all the time. I'm not giving people millions of pounds, but I am a real Nigerian prince. And then he says, there are lots of fakes around.
Vaseline fakes, who'd have thought
And then, pulls out it's a Vaseline hand cream, isn't it?
Yeah.
It says, there's lots of fake Vaseline hand creams. So talks about teaming up with Vaseline because they both suffered people
fakery,
impersonating them for their own gains, and said, don't be fooled by any fakes, only by the original.
Yeah, and there's a QR code on Vaseline labels these days, so you can check if it's a genuine Vaseline. Who'd have thought there'd be Vaseline fakes around?
I think there's fake everything around. You've got to be careful what you're buying these days,
real?
I think. I may not be real.
I might be AI generated,
I think that's a discussion for another video, I think, another episode.
Yeah.
So fakes and buying the real things.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that was quite a good campaign, I think.
Yeah.
But again, it's confusing because is he a real Nigerian prince or is he an actor?
We'll have to research that and find out.
Let's look into it. So until then, I think that's a wrap for today's show, isn't it?
Excellent. Enjoyed that.
Good.
Thank you.
I think, yes, and thank you all for watching if you've got this far. If you've got any suggestions of anything you'd like to see in future episodes, then please do drop us a message. If you want to receive our newsletters and you currently don't, then head over to our website. This is rms.co.uk. And if you scroll down, there'll be a link where you can subscribe to our newsletter. So please do if you haven't already. Yeah. And until then,
farewell.
We'll see you on the next one.
Go safely.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.